Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Soul Master today. Soul Master sounds like I'm kind of in like a funk DJ. Not bad like that. So I'm going to be your Soul Master today. Today we're carrying on with our ongoing adventure playing Cubicle 7's outstanding Age of Sigmar, or Warhammer Age of Sigmar role-playing game, Soulbound. And with me today are the stars of our Soulbound adventure, the Iron Groves of Karaznethil. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up, we've got Robert.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm playing Felicia, a Night Quester Stormcast Eternal. Stormcaster Eternal. No, Stormcast. Okay.
Stormcast Eternal. If you happen to also be a wizard like Nox, then you also are a Stormcaster, Stormcast Eternal.
Yes.
So
there you go.
Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John, and I'm playing Nox, the Stormcaster. I fling fire, I raise shields, and usually fail fortitude saves.
Very nice. Yeah. You're a bright wizard as well.
Oh, yes.
You're also clever. And then last, but certainly not least, is Will.
I'm Will. I'm playing Durek. He is a Duradin Skyrigger.
Very nice. All right, guys. So this is part 5 of this adventure. What has brought our heroes to the precipice of, or I guess the threshold, not the precipice. That sounds much more ominous than intended. The threshold of Karaznethil.
Same thing that brings adventurers everywhere. The call of treasure. And the reek of danger.
Yeah, you guys are, so in the Soulbound game, characters are bound together by their souls, notwithstanding the Stormcast Eternals who have their souls spoken for, by a greater power. Do you guys recall what greater power has called you to action on this?
Sigmar. No.
She can believe what she wants.
Grungnir.
Yeah,
That is
God of the Forge and
Sigmar.
Fire, yes.
Yeah.
Sigmar.
And what are you in search of at at Karaznethil?
It's the Forge of Found Futures.
Correct. Yeah.
She's here for a treasure, but not for herself, to push back the corruption that her god is demanding of her and others.
Yeah. And it's interesting because like the Stormcast Eternals are always kind of like seconded along the mission, so you're not wrong to think that Sigmar is definitely, got an interest in this. And Jurek, we met you the 2 sessions ago, I think, and you were a Dwarden who has newfound, if not faith necessarily, at least a recognition of the abandoned dwarven gods who had left the Dwarden in the time of, or the Age of Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Then
slowly but surely it's coming around.
Yeah.
And we're going to Karaznethil because that's the place that that a group of Dwarden and what are they called? The
Sylvaneth.
Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
Right.
Had allied with one another in the metal realm of Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys had taken a skyship or an airship.
Mm-hmm.
We go.
Which, we realized that being a Kev campaign could have been a bad idea, but we haven't crashed in.
Well, it's not on the water. It's the water I hate, not the skies. So,
yeah.
And then, yes, we left last session with you guys actually inserting into the forest around this. Remember, it is twisted with thorns, and the sentry woods are also infused with the metal that predominates in Shaman. So it's got a very, everything's got a quasi-metallic kind of infusion to it, but you were spotted on your way down, though.
Yeah, I'm littered with wounds right now. Did we address any of those?
No, you should be, because those don't heal as quickly.
Yeah, I'm like got 4 wounds and then serious minor, so.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oops.
No, I remember that was because you guys had fought shortly before. Wounds require, it's like 1 per day.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if we did rest a bit or had some magic applied, because
We
were discussing downtime, but I don't know if that carries over on tokens or not.
Oh, well, downtime you wouldn't have had time for proper downtime, right?
Well, I don't mean like official downtime. It's like we had a breather or something.
Yeah, did we get like a night's sleep or something?
I don't think so. But let me take a look here. Here we go.
I mean, kind of backing up, it would have felt like unless the airship needed to get in and out as fast as possible, we would be okay with spending an extra day.
It kind of does, because remember, it's been beset by. Durek can tell you what happens when you are careless with keeping watch, because remember the ship that he was seconded to before was taken down by the forces of Nurgle. It was only through the grace of Grungni that he actually made his way to this, because he was flying.
Kev, is it just me, or
what was that, Robert? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting some breaking up with Kevin too.
Yeah, we're getting you pixelated.
Sound
wise.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Looking back to the session just before we quit, and it looks like all my wounds were gone.
Well, your wounds wouldn't have healed for sure, because it takes. Let's see here.
I'm just looking at my token. I don't have all those the red bars on there.
Yes, the red bars are filled in on the token that was on the main screen, and that's where we go down from up, right? Healing.
Maybe I went too far back. Let me see.
If you take a, so you get all your toughness back. You can clear 1 space on your wound track at the end of a rest, where you sleep for 8 hours.
Okay, I was looking at part 3. Let's see if I can find part 4. Oh, part 3. There we go. 3 weeks ago. Nope. Hold on. Nope, I didn't have as many wounds at the end of last session, so I don't know what happened there.
Well, I mean, like, if they're filled in your character sheet, it's not something that would be transferred elsewhere, right? So, because I remember you did get beaten up quite badly last time. Where? Yeah, you got 2 serious and 2 minor, so... So it looks like at the end of combat of last session, I had 2 wounds left over instead of 4. So I did get some healing. But the thing is that the character sheet, or the token, I'm not sure it updates properly. Let's take a look here. Hold on.
So I don't want to.
Oh no, it said it's wounds. Because at most, if you got 4, at most you would have had 1 night's sleep, and it would have gone down by 1. So I think that what might have happened is that you might not have updated the number of wounds properly.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at about the 2-hour mark. We did a little rest. Yeah. And I dropped my 2 wounds, and Leisha cured all of hers, so we did a rest. So I didn't update my sheet for. Okay.
Well, hold on. What at the end of the session? What does your token look like?
Because like at the end of the session, 2 of 4.
2 of 4 still. End. Okay, so then it could be your character sheet then. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I will just do that, and there we go. That's what it looked like
so
at the end of the session.
Yeah, your 2 minor ones should be gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay. I was like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's okay. And I'm still not sure that's right. Only because it's only 1, and I don't think you guys have had 2 days of rest. So if you had 4 at one point, I think
Lisa used a healing thing on me. So
yeah.
Is there a healing thing that gets rid of a wound?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like I don't think there is.
No, I think I blew some of my cash to heal a wound. That's what happened.
Oh, yes. That would make sense.
Yeah, I was over 100. Now I'm below 100.
Okay, so there we go. All right. So then you guys are landing in the woods, and there were a number of those rot flies that seem to have seen you. So let me get my token for them, and let's get things going here. Now, do we have... Yeah, let's use that for now. All right, if you guys would kindly, let's remove all turns to be clear. Okay, if you could kind of click on initiative for it. It's a score, fixed score, so should not need that. Let's see here, fly.
And I remember these things move fast.
Yeah. So maybe we'll
just
use
to the
this.
right of your like combat abilities. So defense.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, those are.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So you make my initiative tracker. We're into month 3 of no initiative trackers gone, guys. So that is good. Go. Oop. Head turn. All right, and okay. Get their toughness on there. Nope. That's right. All right. Okay. And there are 3 of them that are making their way over. Go. Okay, so they would be long, so 2 zones away from you right now as they're coming in. Let me put their initiative score in. Go. All right. So, do you remember what the tiebreaker is for initiative, or
people? Sorry,
reflexes?
I know that PCs go first, but I think outside of that, it's you get to choose the order.
Okay.
Or maybe it is reflexes though, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's reflexes in 2 of the other games for tiebreakers, but I mean, like, because you guys can kind of decide the order you're going in, you could choose to just have someone go first. So who wants to, Nox or Direk? Who would like to go first?
Let me get up a little closer to them and lay some paint on them, and then.
I was thinking if you're gonna go ahead, I can try to buff everyone before you do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So we'll
probably
start
good.
with Nox. All right, so then Nox, so you guys land down in this twisted forest with these massive vines that are twisting around. You don't see gates right ahead of you. Like this, you can picture it stretches for as far as the eye can see. Wherever Karaznethil is, it must be somewhere hidden deep within this sprawling grove. But Nox, you have your 1 medal back, and what are you going to do? Remember, your green bar is your medal.
Yeah, I'm going to start with etheric armor, and I'm going to see how many successes I get to hit my targets with it.
Okay.
Bonus 4 successes.
Awesome. Thanks, Robert.
And plus 1, so I get 5 because my focus bumps it up. Okay. So I'm going to affect all 3 of us with it, and I'm going to use the extra 2 successes because I need 1 to cast it. Oh, I don't know, never mind. Actually, Lisa's got a lot of armor. She doesn't need it. So I'll hit myself and direct with it, and I'll use the extra 2 to extend the armor bonus to myself by additional 1.
Okay, so you've got 3 armor then, and Jurek has 1 additional armor.
Yes.
Right.
And then I'll spend a medal to cast another spell.
Okay.
If I can get to my medal and turn it down. Okay. And I'm going to try Mystic Shield.
Nice.
On myself.
Okay. What does your etheric armor look like?
It's all flame based, so it's basically superimposes flame around the armor to make it look like, spiky pauldrons, blazing gauntlets, and fun stuff. And
awesome.
2 focus points will get me 4 successes total.
Okay.
And I'm just going to dump all 4 rounds into myself.
Okay. Nice. So you have 4 rounds where your defense is a average. Look at that.
Yeah, slightly harder to hit, a little harder to damage.
All right. So a swirl of mystic power. Then Jurek, what are you doing?
So I'm going to go ahead and take to the air and move closer to these things. You said long, right?
They are...
I can go from long to medium.
Yes.
2.
Yeah, so you are 1 zone away from them now.
Then I'm going to... And then I'm going to unload with them on my rapid fire rivet gun.
Nice.
It has the spread. It has the spread quality.
Yep.
Which any creature within close range of the target will take half damage.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Well, I would say I'm targeting the one in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
Go. Is it a 4 difficulty?
Sorry. Yes. So you got good. Their defense is great. It's actually a 5.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, they're like kind of spinning around. Nice. All right. And does your focus bump it up?
Out of it.
Yes, it does.
I only have 1. Does 1 go up 1? Okay.
Yep, because one of them was a 4. So you got 4 successes. So that is 5 damage. And then, sorry, the spread does half damage to the others?
Does half damage to the other 2.
Okay, awesome. All right, so then you're rattling away with your rivet gun. And their armor is a 1. So that's 4 points of damage. Nice. All right. You have 1 medal as well. Would you like to do something with that?
I'm going to hold off on it until I see what they're going to do.
Oh, fair dues.
If I fail some sort of roll, I can re-roll it, right? Isn't that how metal works?
Metal. I
thought we had a thing. Where's that?
Soulfire lets you re-roll it.
Take an extra action,
There we go.
double your training, double your focus after. Yeah, no, Soulfire is what allows you to re-roll.
Soulfire is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And you can't spend metal if you're poisoned.
Let's take the extra action. I mean, to hell with it. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Yep.
There's no reason not to.
Robert, I've lost your camera in Roll20.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I'm not sure if you turned it off.
I will refresh.
Okay.
Target number 5.
Okay,
There you are.
got you back.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, that focus point's not going to help, so it's only 2 successes with the next one, so it's 3 points of damage. So 2 gets through on him, and the others stop by the chitinous armor and those other 2 things. But the skies above the Sentry Woods are just alive. The sound of your rivet gun as you're hitting these things. And then you clear your green bar, because your green bar is your metal. Then
I'm trying to.
Is this? Hold on. You know what? It might be that thing where I didn't give permissions.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think? Because
Yeah.
that's kind of what it's. I mean, it's just clicking. It's not.
Yeah, it's 100% not allowing you to. Yep, you can't change anything. So your character is stuck in time.
That'll do it.
Here we go. Shoot. Everyone.
Your character is immortal.
Yeah. And on the upside, you can't take any damage either. So there's that.
Bingo!
There you go, Will. Now you should be able to have full control over that. You know.
Let's try to see how that works.
Let me quickly. I'm just going to go to the main screen very briefly. I'm going to make that change so I don't forget again, because I will.
Okay.
We'll go through this again in 2 weeks' time. Oops.
In 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. Okay, and there we go. All right, so I've changed your default token. We should not go through this again. And
Oh, we will.
updated default token. All right. Yeah, there'll be some new, way I fuck up the tokens. All right. Then Alicia, what are you doing?
First thing is she is going to cast her. Maybe she had a little bit of time to commune with Sigmar and say, effectively, it's like, I need a way to help my poorly armored and defending companion. And she has a new miracle she wants to cast.
Nice.
And it is basically, I'm going to pop this into so everybody can read it.
Nice.
And she is going to cast it on Nox as soon as I reopen the...
Oh, you could spend a metal to keep it up.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, it's going to... Yeah, I don't need to spend a metal now. It'll be through your next turn anyway. And then if I want to, I can restart it. It'd be depending on how I see things go.
Do you have to roll something to get your miracle off?
I believe I do, yes.
And... I don't think so, actually.
Oh no, that's the talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't it? The miracles look a little differently than.
Yep.
Then they really feel distinct from spells.
Yes.
Okay.
So your defense increases by 1.
Okay. So that will put me at good.
And that is considered an action, yes.
That's
so
right.
Okay, so I'm going to use 1 metal to move. Is it sprint will allow me to go 2?
So
2 zones?
Let's see here. As a move, just looking at the surprise, your turn. On your turn, you can take an action to move. Where is it here?
There's a run option to move it to an adjacent zone.
Yeah, here we go. Moving in combat, you can use a free action to move to a target within your zone, and then you can use your move to move to a point in an adjacent zone. It's actually similar to Imperium Maledictum. After this, you can spend a metal to either make another attack or take the run action. So you can move within one zone for free, move to an adjacent zone as your move, and if you need to move more than that, you can
then
move.
Spend the metal to run.
Exactly.
And since they're at long, I think she wants to get up close and personal with them, and so she's going to run. She'll still have 1 metal left. Run would put me adjacent.
1 would be in the same zone as them.
Short?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, all of them are in short, or she's in the same zone?
They're all in short range now. Yeah.
Okay, which means I still can't use melee, but her goal is to become the major target, and hopefully they come after her.
All right. So then, you do have that 1 miracle that allows you to attack at short range, right? Or attack at medium range?
I believe it was. Sorry, was that short
Light
range?
Of Sigmar or something like that?
Nope, that's self range. A range is zone, so it has to be within her zone.
Oh, okay. You're in their zone now.
Oh, I am in their zone. Okay, I thought you were.
Yeah, because they were 2 zones away. So there's actually rules in this that are similar to Imperium Maledictum, where you can convert it up to squares, and you can just use it. We can use traditional maps with squares and whatnot in it as well. That's sometimes easier to judge.
No, I understand now. I brain fart. So yeah, she'll spend her 2nd metal to cast Light of Sigmar.
Nice. Okay, so once you click on that. That one I think might require a check.
That one does require a roll, yes.
Nice, okay.
And that's my devotion. Oop, how do I'm clicking on devotion, but... Oh, that's because I'm not in there. There we go. Go.
Okay.
Sorry, what do I have to click for this?
So DN5.
DN5, but I click devotion, or I click...
Yeah, you click on the devotion skill, and it'll ask you for a target number.
It's not. Hold on, let me close my window and try that again. Oh, there it is, because I had it popped out, so it was on the screen. And it's target number 5.
Target number 5, yeah.
Yep. So no devotion bonus.
Nice.
2 successes.
Yep.
Yeah, focus can't get it up. Okay,
Sorry, I
so
hit that like 20 times.
all right. So what does it look like as you come racing in and then blaze away with your?
She basically just closes her eyes, almost seems to shrink just for a second on herself, and then it's almost like then she looks bigger than she did before. Not really, but it's like the glow is coming out of her. And at first, it's not really glowing, so it makes her look bigger.
Yeah.
And then it just spreads out and hits everything around her.
Nice.
So you're firing into this thing, Jurek. The flames of Nox's armor kind of licking at the edges of your vision, and then Leisha comes barreling in, and there's this explosion of brilliant white light as the power of Sigmar is unleashed like a thunderbolt. Then it is the Rotfly's turn. So first off, let's see. Oh, they have Grandfather's Blessing. That's great.
That doesn't sound good.
Sounds good for the DM.
Hopefully, we're not going to see the grandfather.
Venomous Sting. Yeah, Grandfather Nurgle, so you probably do not want to see him.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, I'll use my Noble Knight dice. There we go.
Nice.
He's pulling his dice out.
There we go. All right. So there. Let's use the injured one is going to zip down at you, Alicia, and try and sting you. Their melee is great. Yours is great. So it's a 4. I'm rolling against. 1, 2. Only 2 points of damage.
And
Nice.
armor is not. Yeah, they won't get through.
Yeah, your armor's 2, right? So the first one comes down, and your shield batters that thing aside. A second comes down and tries to sting you. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 this time.
Okay, so 2 toughness.
Okay. So 2. So if you've got 2 armor, then you'll take 2 toughness, and this thing has the rend quality. So as it's doing so, some of its like barbs and whatnot peel back that Sigmarite plate of yours, and you now only have 1 point of armor.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not nice.
No,
I thought her armor was higher than 2.
most definitely not. Isn't it 3?
Hold on. Armor is only 2. So unless maybe
it might be damage. I think you might have.
It did.
Yeah, because I think it's supposed to be 3 right now.
Yeah,
because Durek fixed a bit of it. I don't know.
Because like 1 is light, 2 is medium, 3 is heavy, and I'm pretty sure you're wearing heavy armor. And Durek did fix the Sigmarite, right?
Okay. Yes. I think.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Okay.
He did.
So armor is down to 2, and she took 1 toughness. Then.
Correct. That's right. Yep. And then the last one comes down. Oh, and I also need. Would you make us a fortitude test, please? Difficulty 4, and you need 3 successes.
Let me guess. Poison.
Plague.
Fortitude.
Jeez, I need more body.
That's not good. Sorry. Difficulty test 4.
Test 4. Yeah, difficulty number is 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. You got exactly what you needed. Sigmar be praised. And then that final one, I got 1, 2, 3. So it is 1 point of damage, and your armor is rended again. These things are just pulling away. Your armor is down to a 1. Then, if only you had a party member or the binding member who has some way to repair armor on the fly. I don't know. All right, top of the round. Nox, you are 2 zones away. It seems as if Leisha is being surrounded by these bedeviling things, and you would have taken 1 other point of toughness too, Leisha.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah. The rend only applies if they actually get through the armor. So, Nox, you get your 1 medal back. What are you doing?
So not surrounded by enemies for once, nods, and then he reaches up in the sky and starts pulling fire out of the ether and warping it into a huge ball, and is like, incoming! And he's using his talent not to hit his allies, but going straight to Leisha and exploding all around her and leaving her untouched.
Nice. That is a long range spell?
It's medium, so I'll step into the next.
Yeah, you'll need to run forward. So
pop it off.
Yeah, so your move, you're running forward. Your not run. I'm using run in the wrong. I shouldn't use that as a narrative flourish. You hustle into the next zone. And then you are, unleash your spell. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay. Let's see. And that uses my move action for the turn, right?
Skedaddle.
Okay.
It does use your move action. That's correct. Yeah. Does the
2,
focus get it?
Oh, wow. Well, I still, it does.
5. You can get 2, so you can at least get it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So each creature.
So it does, suffers 1 damage as the area erupts into flames. And then it becomes a minor hazard.
Okay. So unfortunately, unless there's a rule that spells, and I think there is, does spell damage ignore armor automatically? I seem to remember that being the case.
I think so.
Let's see.
Oh god, they spelled it.
Yeah, because if it does, then that's not actually.
I think I will spend my metal and double my focus.
Okay.
Because I can do that after I cast a spell.
You can, yeah.
That'll give me 4. That'll give me 3 successes.
That'll give you 3 successes.
Yeah,
yes.
2 damage.
And do you want to do 1 extra damage with it? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me just double check damage. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I might be thinking of Warhammer Fantasy, but even then, I don't think they all automatically do it. Is there, your Arcane Blast thing, does that give you an option to ignore armor as one of the upgrade spends? Because if so, that means then armor does apply.
It does not.
Does not.
Yep. So it says the base does 1 damage if it hits. Each additional success increases the damage by 1. So I don't think armor applies to.
Unless it expressly says that, though. Let's just quickly take a look here.
I guess we could look under armor and/or.
Well, if any, that increases damage. Like I think it doesn't apply. Does not.
Because then most of my spells won't do any damage unless I get a lot of successes. And then minor hazards would be useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know the hazards ignore armor. Here, deal damage 150. The game's pretty good about spelling out that stuff, and I must be getting it from somewhere. I just like to double check. Okay.
So target overcast.
I wonder if it's under like spell damage in the thing here. Spells.
So I'm looking on 150 and it says dealing damage. I don't want to put this. To me, there could still be an exception somewhere, but it says each weapon, damaging spell, or talent specifies damage it deals. So you figured out your damage. The damage is determined in the following order. Successful attack or effect deals damage. Target reduces their toughness by the total damage minus their armor. And as it goes through, it doesn't say anything about spells.
Yeah, and like heroes or characters may have a baseline of like wearing like light armor often, but adversaries don't always have armor. They're not necessarily, so there are spells that would definitely affect them.
There's a part there in the damage where it talks about a last stand. That may be what you're thinking of, Kevin. The last stand is when you're mortally wounded, and it says all of your damage, including miracles and spells, ignores armor.
Which implies that they would armor. Yeah. Otherwise, that'd be meaningless to include it in spells.
Do hazards have an exception on the damage to people, or?
Do which, sorry?
I was just looking because if a minor hazard does 1 point of damage, and it's like having any kind of armor will ignore it.
Yeah.
Well, that is the case with some, but again, like the adversaries don't necessarily have the same armor that you guys do, and some of them ignore armor. Like it says in the in some of the rules or some of the adversary rules that they get the extra.
Well, I did roll low on my successes, so it
You
happens, I suppose.
If you bump it up to 2,
Yes.
though, if you do spend the extra metal to bump it up, that'll do 2 damage to everything, and that would actually damage them.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Okay.
Didn't you say you were doing 3 damage? Or did I miss something?
If I double my focus, I can get 3 successes, so
Okay.
it'll do. Yeah, if I spend my metal, it'll turn into 4 focus points, and that's what I need to get a 5, a 5, and a 6. So I'll have 3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah, the hazard, it only does 1, does not, it's not that it doesn't say that it ignores armor, it's only if there's certain things that tell you that it ignores armor that it does, so.
Okay.
All right, so you put everything into this thing. No doubt it's the fact that you are drawing on Akshi when you are in Shaman is part of the problem, right? Like you're just not getting a clean bit of power from the plane.
Yeah.
They each take another.
I drew on the tainted magic, yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. You guys need to go back to the plane of Akshi. All right, then Jurek, you get 1 medal back, and then what would you like to do?
Yep, get my medal back. I'm going to move over beside Risha, and then I'm going to attempt combat repairs on her armor.
Okay, so you zoom into the zone.
And where is the medal thing?
First, she thinks maybe it's
This
another
is a
one of these
dumb
flying things. She's like, oh.
Remind me, with metal, it says I can double my training or double my focus.
Double your
What would
training
be-
before you roll, double your focus after you roll.
Okay. I think I want to double my training. I
Okay.
think.
So
So
that
that
would
more
be
dice, yeah.
Add a number of
I have
extra
a higher
dice.
difficulty now.
Oh,
yeah.
you have a higher difficulty with this one, or
Yeah, so the difficulty number for his armor is a 6. So I'm trying to think what would be most beneficial to get me closer to that.
yep. What's your
I
Soulfire
think-
situation right now?
We have 1.
We have 1.
So one of the uses of Soulfire is count everything as a 6, maximize success.
Hmm.
You can't double your training without, so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How many successes
Although-
do you need to,
Okay, it'll only...
or does
I
each
just
success
need 1
restore
success
1?
to restore 1 armor rating.
Okay, so you need
So
2
you-
to
so
get him back up to full. Her, sorry.
Right.
Alicia.
Yeah, her. And of course, it's just for now, but it still will help her.
Definitely.
So yeah, let's...
Do you want to blow that soul
Let's
fire,
use
or
the
do you
soul.
want to use your focus and
How
then
many
roll?
dice is it? Yeah, how many dice are you rolling?
Normally, let's see, where am I? Crafting, mind, 3, 4, and then I've got a focus of 1.
Okay. So rolling 8 dice is good chance of getting 2 successes.
Well, no, it doesn't double the whole
I
dice
thought-
pool.
I
It doubles
thought
your
all the time.
training. If his training is a 1, it
that's
adds
right.
1 more skill dice back in. So you can spend metal to get 1 extra dice in there. You can spend soul fire to get 4 successes. What are you thinking, Durek?
I mean, that's overkill. I'm just going to use my metal.
Just use your metal. Okay, so
I just...
your training in crafting is 2 or 1?
Do I just... Oh, I put it in...
It'd be the first number for your things. The focus is what you get to
my
add.
training is a 1.
Is a 1. Okay, so you when it
Crafting,
prompts you for
so yeah,
extra
it's a 2.
dice, just put 1 extra in there. And difficulty is a 6. Oh yeah, you spent your metal. All right. Come on. Remember, don't put the plus sign in, otherwise chaos is unleashed. The ruinous powers love having a plus sign put in roll 20.
Right?
Oh!
Nope. Still not.
Well, you get 1 success because of your focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
So-
got 1 success, so it gets 1 armor back.
All right. So Jira comes in and manages to patch up 1 bit of your armor. All right.
Yep.
And then Leisha, you and Jurek are side by side right now.
She gives Durek a look like thank you, and then brings up her. Well, first of all, she spends a medal.
Yeah, you get 1 medal back.
Yep.
And then you're spending that
So
to...
she spends her medal. She's going to keep up for now, just in case one of them decides to peel off and go after Nox. She doubts it will. But she's going to swing. Actually, she can... Yeah, she has to use this at the start. So this is the weird thing. If it drops... She doesn't have to do this, right? She... because if it drops, she could always cast it again.
Yep.
And it's still on him. Okay. So she'll let it drop for a second.
Well, the Shield of Faith says you just spin it on your turn, so it could be at the end or not.
Yeah. Okay. So so she's going to swing first at the...
Technically, because just we were talking about order of operations last time, I think it started the round you spend to maintain.
Yes, but she could always then recast it as an action. So she could spend
metal to take an
action
action to do it. Yeah, so you get to the same point, but...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right now they're all focused on her and Urek. So she's going to start by swinging with her Sigmarite longsword.
So you have one medal right now.
Yep.
If you're not...
and she's going to swing at... Yep. She's going to swing at the... Ed, what's the target DN for swinging at the most damaged one?
It'll be a 5. Because your melees are good,
right.
and then their defenses, they're tricky to hit.
Okay. She's got like the dice, I think. What?
Can your focus help?
6 dice.
No.
She's got... Oh, how did she miss that?
So...
I still have magic defenses up. I would say blow your metal and try to hit him again.
Or run, or do another...
Light of Sigmar.
Another Light of Sigmar. When you use... Oh, I did... Okay, I didn't see this. When you use this miracle, you can choose to spend metal to have the damage ignore armor. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't.
But you have to have 2 when you do it.
Yeah, you only had the 1 left last time.
Yeah. So she's going to spend her second metal and Light of Sigmar, or I think she's going to swing at the damaged one again.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
So
and
same attack roll.
5, you said?
Yeah.
5, you said?
5.
Or 4. Okay. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
That's a little better.
All right.
3.
So that is, can't get another one out of there, but that is 4 points of damage. So why don't you tell us what it looks like as you take the first of these rot flies down?
She basically, brings up the sword and just cuts its head off, and turns to face another one. It's almost like she's just kind of disdainful of it. She misses the one time, and maybe that was almost like kind of a feeling out thing. She saw where it went.
Yeah.
Brought the sword across.
All right. So then it is the rot fly's turn. So let's do 1 on you again, Leisha. And with your shield up, that is a 4 they need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that is 6 points of... sorry,
toughness.
That is 8 points of damage, because it's plus 2 from the successes. So
it is 6 toughness, because she still has 2 armor.
That's right, and your armor is rent again by this thing, as it's... all its many limbs are tearing away at your Sigmarite plate.
Okay.
And then Jurek, your defense is an average... so they need a 2 to hit. It's a fair bit of 1s on that, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 7 points of damage on you, Jurek. I think you've got... oh, no, you got plus 1 armor because of Nox.
Armor.
Right? So 3 points... So you'll take 4 toughness, and then your armor is... It tears away 1 level of your...
How would Rend work with like spell armor versus actual armor? Does it go for the actual armor?
It would probably yeah, I think it would damage the... I'll let it damage the spell first. So it is... Because that's probably more fun.
Because that would give me incentive to actually buff up the tank with it too.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
So your actual armor is not defended, just that spell has been discorporated. All right, then that
Which I like, because it'll end the spell early. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, then it is Nox's turn once again. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'll get my metal back.
Sorry, Nox, just one sec. Leisha and Jurek need to give us fortitude saves, or fortitude checks.
Oh, yes.
Difficulty is a 4.
Just hoping you would forget about that. Fortitude. There we go. Difficulty 4. Boop, boop, submit.
Oh!
Okay,
so
that's not
Leisha's
bad.
right as rain. Jurek. Oh, boy. So, Jurek, you
Got a success.
are poisoned. Everyone's favorite effect. So
No metal for you.
Your dice pool is reduced by 1.
And can't use metal.
I think that was a separate effect because I'm looking at the condition in the GM screen here, and it just says that you're reduced by 1.
Oh, was it poison or disease?
It might have been.
May have been like diseased or something. Is what you died. May have been that.
Because I do remember every time I got poisoned, I was like, I couldn't spend metal, and I had to use drops to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that might have been. Why was that? Let's take a look at the condition
effect of that poison
in the book. Yeah, maybe it's summarized incorrectly on the screen. Because I do remember that too, but I wonder if there was something else that was going on.
Say page 109.
Yeah, poisoned, you're reduced by 1. Stunned is you can't spend metal to take additional actions. Although that
Poison 342.
Yeah. Poison is your dice pools are reduced by 1 for all tests. So why did we? Hold on, it might have been a different.
It was those things with mouths in their stomach, I think, that we were fighting.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, John?
I got poisoned a few times with different fights. So
Yeah, I think that was the monster we would fight.
Oh, let me see here. Oh, there was that slag drake that had a different ability that also manifested by as poisoned as well. Let me double check and see what. Here we go.
I know it's kind of a new thing for us, so we don't know all the rules yet. It's like
oh, totally, yeah.
Oh, yeah, stunned you can't take, man.
Maybe we're thinking of like it was actually a previous game that poison was so bad it's like you couldn't do anything after you got hit with it.
Conan.
What game was
Conan is kickstarting
Conan,
on October 15th. October 15th will be coming to Kickstarter.
Yeah, I remember that one. Well, also I remember it saying that the DM can choose to use any of these.
Like all of it.
You just said I'm going to use them all. It's like, wait.
But that clutch moment at the end would not have happened. Would it not be fair? I don't know why. So why were we thinking that? Because I know we did that.
I don't know.
Because I know that the very first time we got poisoned with the things with the mouth things, and I think they had the ability, and we just maybe assumed it worked that way with poison from the mouth.
Yeah, let me take a look here. What did you? I'll go to my.
Is that in the main book, Kev?
Bestiary. Bestiary is where some of these things came from.
I have it.
Oh, it might have been those giant flying things that hit the ship too, because I think we got hit with those first, and then the big mouth things.
Yeah, and those are these things here. I don't know why we.
Maybe we just confused our systems.
Yeah, but
I think we're thinking Conan.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Maybe being poisoned isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, because it's -1 to your levels, unless there's something else about. That'd be really funny if we just imposed the Conan rules into this.
Yeah. Sorry, Wizard, you can't cast Fireball.
I didn't realize it was that much of a traumatic experience for you, John. Oh my God, it's carrying across games.
I internalize trauma very well.
Well, to kind of piggyback on that, though.
Yeah, it for sure
what
is
it
not.
actually says for poison.
So it's minus.
What it actually says is. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, John. Will, sorry, what were we saying?
I was looking at the stunned condition.
Yeah.
What it says is you can't spend metal to take additional actions. You can still spend metal. It just can't be used for an additional action.
Then we just took a rule from another game and just imposed it in there on accident.
Oh, and you must have been stunned by something too. Because that's where you can't spend... Yeah, because you become slow, your defense increases by 1 step. You can take either an action or a move, but not both, and you can't spend metal to take extra actions.
Yeah, don't remember being stunned, but yeah.
No, I don't remember you being stunned. Like, nothing.
I wonder
maybe
if something
stunned by how bad poison was.
Yeah, like I don't...
Maybe this is a Mandela effect. Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I don't know why.
Well, that's even better for like. Well, I mean, now Durek can still spend his metal. That's great.
Yeah, like that's.
It's cool.
Because I know I had to take like 10 drops to get rid of that poison condition, which sucked. So.
Yeah, and I don't remember. Yeah, it's not that. Oh well, in any event, we got to sort it out now. So it's -1 to your dice pool. That's the only effect of poison. So then, Durek, that is what you were affected with. There's the noxious stink of these things getting through that rift in your armor. Now, Nox, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, got the metal back. I just see they're just tearing into Leisha now, and then one went to Durek.
Yeah.
And they're really messing up her armor.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use a move action to get a little bit closer. So it puts me into short range, I think.
Yep, you're in the same zone, just not engaged.
Actually, medium. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I should. So medium zone, same zone. I'm in the same zone.
Mm-hmm. If you like, you're currently you were one zone away. You could move one more to get in there.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the same zone. No, definitely away.
Yeah, sure,
I want to be one zone away from them.
Okay.
And then I will, because the Mystic Shield drops this turn, so that goes away.
There is some good news about the minor hazard is like your allies aren't being burned by the minor hazard because they both have armor.
I was going to mention that the flames are licking at your feet, and it's just not messing with them. Because I did exclude them from the effects.
Yep.
I think you exclude them from the initial damage. That doesn't necessarily make them immune from the hazard, though.
Does it? Let's see. Arcane Discipline.
What's your talent?
I can shape my spells to avoid. Yeah, here you go.
That'll be totally unaffected by the spell. Not sure it's the initial damage. Cool. Okay. So what are you doing?
Well, I definitely want to get that one off Durek, but I'm going to toss a Mystic Shield towards Leisha as well. But first, Mystic Shield.
Okay.
And see how many successes I get.
Sounds good.
Boom. 2 successes, 4 successes from focus.
Nice.
So I'm going to hit Leisha, myself, and Durek, and use the last one to double the duration by another round.
I
don't think I need to spend, a success per to do it. It says each additional success extends the duration by 1 round.
Right, hold on. Mm-hmm. So targeting additional creatures, is that what you were? Because you conjure with protection, choose a creature. You don't have the option of adding additional targets.
Maybe I was missing it up with the Theric.
Yeah, well, you got 2 defensive spells, so.
I'll toss it on Leisha, make her really hard to hit for 4 rounds.
Okay.
Get her an extra +1 defense.
Got it.
And then I will. The fireball didn't seem to do anything to them, so I will spin a metal.
Okay.
I know it hurt him a little bit, but he wants to pump out damage, so he's targeting the one attacking Durek, and trying to blast it back to the Nether.
Okay. With
it's gonna try and
fire blast, fire bolt. Nice.
Arcane bolt.
Okay.
That will net me 4 successes.
4 successes. So that's
4 successes.
5 points of damage.
It's all going into damage.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So look at this. Blast this thing with your flame. So through the buzz of flies and stinging diseased insects, Durek, you see this bolt of fire suddenly light this thing up. And speaking of Durek, your turn. Get your medal back. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put that back in. Come on now. Does not want to click in there when I click in there, but now it works.
There we go.
So let's see. I reckon I need to switch to a melee weapon. Because all my other ranged weapons might hit Alicia. So don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So we will bring out the Aethermatic Saw.
Nice. My two favorite weapons to do Automatopoeia for. The Aethermatic Saw and the Chainsword in 40k. All right. So then this was, difficulty. Your melee is average. Theirs is great. So it's a 6 is what you actually need.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I thought it was still 5. My bad.
He didn't roll a 6.
You got a 6, though. So you do hit with 1, and so that's 2 points of damage, and it's rending. So what does it look like as your Aethermatic Saw cuts through this thing's chitin?
I mean, it's just like, it's like something out of Starship Troopers. He just guts start coming out.
All right.
Thanks for making an opening.
Still have 1 medal, and this thing has no chitin anymore.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the same thing.
Okay. Here we go.
So, and this time I'll roll on a 6.
Come on, big money. There you go. Nice. And that is enough. What does it look like as you take this rot fly down?
I think I almost think he's still in there. He gets deliberate about it now.
Yeah.
He puts his back into it, and you hear the engine. That thing is just good.
Nice.
Just weird.
Maybe the engines on your rig also flare to push you into it. Through. All right, Durak, you could move as well if you choose. Yeah, free move within the zone and 1 move to within to another zone. And remember, there are no attacks of opportunity unless they got a talent.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna move right now. I think I'm okay where I am because I want to be here by Alicia if she needs help.
You got it. Alicia, what are you doing?
At this point, she's doing the thing that seems to work the best, which is slamming it over and over with the Sigmarite longsword.
Okay. Oh, you get your 1 medal back.
1 medal back, so I'll be able to do this twice if I need to.
Yeah.
Don't neglect your toughness.
That's true. Can I wait? What do you mean by neglecting toughness?
Don't you have the ability to heal toughness?
I do. Maybe.
Because as somebody who's been reduced to 0 toughness recently, it really hurts when you get hit after that.
Yeah. You recover 1 toughness per success. So first of all, she's going to attack once, see how it goes.
Okay.
And then, because after all, the best way to eliminate damage is to eliminate the thing causing damage.
So then the difficulty will be a 5.
5. Okay. Sorry, I just closed the sheet because I was looking for something.
I did boost your defense by 1, but still, I don't want you to get hit.
Yep. That's all right. 5. Boom. Boom.
Nice. Can you get 3 out of that?
No.
Okay.
Yep. No.
All right. So then that is 3 points of damage. Go. So you hit this thing, but its chitin is still protecting it. You're not able to land a solid blow on it because it's so nimble as it's buzzing around. 1 medal. What would you like to do with that?
I think we're gonna, I don't think she's gonna take it down now. So she's like, okay, time to heal.
Okay.
So devotion DN 5/1.
Oh, so great. And all allies too. Good job staying in the same zone, Durek. Because you'll benefit from this.
Yeah.
Nice. Can you get the 3?
No.
No.
Okay. So, Durek and Leisha,
points.
you recover 2 toughness. What does it look like as you manifest the healing spirit?
This is definitely, well, I mean, as with everything with Sigmar, it's not that subtle. So basically, but instead of seeming to come from her, it seems to come from all around, as if Sigmar himself is bringing it in. So it centers on her, but it's obviously coming in around her, and then it grows to expand to her ally, Durek. And once it vanishes, they appear to be a little less bloody.
Nice.
Not that bloody, and not that much less, because it was only 2. But
Okay.
Sigmar must have been sleeping a little bit.
All right. Then this thing. All right. I'm trying to decide how smart this thing is. So I'm just reading the description because if it's going to try and give a warning or... Oh yeah, they're fucking dumb and vengeance driven. So this thing is just going to keep trying to buzz at you, Leisha. I do have bad news though. We forgot to for the poison condition. You were supposed to be -1 dice for.
But for Durek, not me though, because I.
Oh yeah, right. You succeeded. Never mind. Ignore me. Fuck. Never ignore me.
Yeah.
All right. So then it is Alicia's turn, or sorry, the fly's turn. All right. So you have now a whatever 1 step above great is. It has a great thing. So I need a 5 now to hit you because of the defenses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do hit. For 5. I got 5 successes though. So you're taking 7 points of damage and your armor is rent down to 1 point now.
Okay. So
it's a net 5 and a loss of 1 armor.
So wound.
Yep.
Okay, so that was 4 in excess, which I think is a major wound. Is it on the...
Actually, unless Durek, you didn't try to fix the armor on your last section, right?
No.
Okay, so it was actually at 1.
It was
armor
at
is
1?
now gone.
Oh, fuck.
It was at 1, but yeah.
Okay,
so we would have took 6 damage and then 3 over.
Yep.
6 damage and then 3. Yeah, it was 7 in total. 6. So 3 over. So you'd suffer a serious wound. Fill in 2 boxes on your wound track. And I think we can call it like a cankerous sting as your thing. And then give us another fortitude check, please.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Let's not get poisoned, please.
Nice. No poison.
Nope, she's fine with that.
Yeah. So then, and then your wounds, you had it correct. You should have on your, if you've got the serious wound enter there, it should set your wounds to be at 2.
Yep. Oh, and did I not?
Might have control set it in.
Okay. We're going to do it here then.
Let's see here.
Oh, I can't do it there.
Oh, so you know what you need to do is add in a wound, collect. So you hit add, serious.
Okay.
And then there you go.
Add serious, and then...
Yeah, so I've added in for you. You should be good. Yeah.
Okay.
And I forgot you can't... Okay. Oh. Yeah, and if you adjust as well, your last wound taken was a serious wound.
Okay.
You see on the side there, because that affects when you start healing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll get rid of this thing that I just...
That's right next to your, or under the wound section there. It says mortal wounded. There's a little tick box, and then there's last wound taken. So just have that set to serious. All right. So you don't give a descriptor for it. I guess really want to. Nox, can you burn this thing down?
And then he's looking at Leisha getting pummeled by the thing, and he's like, "I'm going to dump a medal and double my bonus."
Okay.
My training.
Okay. So
and I'm gonna throw an arcane bolt at it.
2. What's your training? 2 or 3?
2. It's 2.
Okay, so 2 extra dice, and then Leisha, actually, you spent a medal. Yep, there you go. Perfect. way ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice.
Okay, that'll buy me 1 additional success with my focus.
Okay.
So I get 5 successes. It's just all in the damage on it. Leave her alone!
Okay. So 5 damage total. Yeah. That's awesome. Look at this. Look at this.
Finish it, Durak.
Durek, you get your 1 medal back. What are you doing?
Let's cause some hate and discontent. Firing up that chainsaw. He's on now.
What's
He's mad.
game?
Okay, so difficulty is 5.
Oh. There you go.
Is there, hold on, is there,
Submit.
are there any combat options of like reckless attack? Because I wonder if you can bump
Oh,
your...
I don't know. I've not built that much.
Yeah, it's not a
combat
super
cheat
crunchy system, but I know there are some actual maneuvers. I just don't know if you can...
I vaguely think that, but I also might be thinking Conan again.
Yeah.
It's cold shots.
There's call shots, you increase the defense. It's sort of the reverse. More damage.
You could charge for plus 1d6 for the attack. So you get an extra die on your attack. And defense is reduced 1 step until your next turn.
Do you want to get the extra 1 dice for your charge, but reduce your defense by 1?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So
So yeah,
put that
so
in bonus of 1.
Hold on, though, but it says you cannot charge an enemy in your zone.
Oh, he stayed near his zone.
We were
That's right.
close to-
unless
Sorry, I'm
No, you're fine.
no, but there may be a way he may be able to move out of the zone because the rig
Might
I
come
think
back.
gives fast speed, which might
Oh,
allow
yeah.
2 zones. So you could zip out of the zone and zip back in.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Lisa's like, where are you going? Oh, wait, never mind. Thanks.
It's
Okay.
called what is it? A flyby.
Yeah.
This is death from above, baby. Straight up paddle tech.
Oh, you're going
Nice.
up and slamming down on it.
Coming straight down to the fall.
You got it. Nice.
You got the 1.
Okay, so that is all you need as you carve through this thing. All right, guys. So that brings us to the end of your first fight at Karaznethil and our mid-session break already. So,
Jeez, that was fast.
yeah, we had some tech issues before we started going, so we did start a little late. But so then, for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. So I listened to the audio just on the break, and I fixed whatever problem I was having yesterday. The Will, do you? I have a feeling. I don't think you told me this, but I have a feeling you were a Nine Inch Nails fan back in the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My sister sent me a guy doing a yacht rock cover of Closer, and it's amazing. It's so good. I told him, like, I would listen to that unironically. It's really fucking funny. Oh my goodness. So hello those folks join us as well. THX, hope you're having a great weekend. And F-U-Mark, yeah. The long and short is that our heroes have come to a Dwarven and Sylvaneth colony or a stronghold in the plain of Shaman, where they are trying to find an artifact from the Age of Myth. There are the ruinous powers of chaos that have infested this place and driven out both the dwarves and the plant-like Sylvaneth. But our heroes are hoping to make the difference there. So that is the summary of where we are right now in this adventure. All right. So, go ahead, John.
Oh, just mentioning, I'm glad that the audio issues aren't showing up in YouTube, but occasionally we get you like roboting on Discord.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the way that the audio works in the recordings is that it's piped directly from my side through. So hopefully it's not pixelating in or like going weird in the thing, but I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating then, because that's I haven't heard you guys get all staticky, but I don't know. The Dwarven and the people get along. No, it's a unique settlement called Karaznethil. That is where both the Sylvaneth and the Dwarven get along. It's from this supplement, the Ruins of Karaznethil. Very cool setting. It was actually introduced in the it's called like Strongholds of the Strongholds or something of the Mortal Realms. It was originally introduced in that, and then the storyline was advanced in this supplement for it, or one of the PDF only ones. So pretty cool, unique setting where each of the different species adopted some characteristics of the other ones. So the Sylvaneth have some like Dwarven songs, and they like working with metal. I mean, they're on the plane of Shaman as well, and then the dwarves also picked up some like woodworking and stuff like that from the plant husbandry from the Sylvaneth. It's a very unique location. So I was checking to see about because I think that as long as you've got 10 minutes, you can get all your toughness back. Right? Because that was a catching a breath, I think is what it's called. Take a breather.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, 10 minutes to rest and recuperate. So what you would immediately realize, guys, is with a moment of kind of listening and looking around, you would see that there are no further things coming in. There's no like the droning of wings of more fly demons coming in. So you will have an opportunity to take a breath if you'd like to.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. And I think Alicia would go over to Durek and say thanks for helping with the armor, and of course she would thank Nox for the defense, but say, is there anything you think you could do with this? Basically the armor is in complete tatters around her. She's basically saying like there's no way anybody could fix this, but
yeah, let me take a look at.
I could fix it, but it's gonna take a long time. I think I looked at that a minute ago.
Yeah.
Go click one cool page.
Okay. Just like yep.
Well, there are some actions like action combat. There's a help action. I don't know if that'll apply out of it, but somebody could help him to add a d6 to their dice pool.
What's the wrong thing to type in there?
So hold on,
and you get even more if you're trained in it.
Let me double check. Hold on, the Sigmar actually might not be. I might be doing this wrong because it says non-magical armor, and the Sigmar armor might be.
That'd be cool.
Sigmarite on page 106. Sigmarite armor can't be damaged by a weapon with the rend trait unless it also has the magical trait, which I don't think these things do. So,
okay. So I probably shouldn't have taken that much damage, but that's all right.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even.
Yeah, you would have taken. You know what? Why don't you clear that one wound? Because it was only 3 over, and I think that you had your Sigmarite reduced down to 0, so that 3 would have been prevented from it. So.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Importance of reading those traits. All right.
Last sentence. Always the last sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. C7, man. Okay, so then what would you guys like to do next then? So you were in the...
Did Durex armor get damaged at all?
Did by 1.
Mm-hmm. It was actually his spell.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so note to self, I'm casting spells on both of them if I ever see like a rend happen on them again. So
yeah,
Durak more so than Leisha, because
one of the neat things, you know, that those flies do that. Like those rot flies have that ability to tear apart the armor of non-magical armor. So, as a reminder, the Sentry Woods, Karaznethil's mineral-rich soil gives rise to titanic, straight-trunked copper woods and iron oaks, whose razor-sharp leaves slice at careless travelers. Known as the Sentry Woods, these trees surrounded Karaznethil from above long ago. Long ago, Sylvaneth songweavers knotted the canopy directly above Karaznethil into ceilings of Khazalid-style halls. It's here that Kurnoth hunters once guarded the enclave using arrows tipped with the Dwarden timber steel. And it's here that King Adagrim and his followers still fight. Blah, blah, blah. So the every zone.
They still fight there anymore.
Every zone in the. I just lost your camera again. Well, I don't know, or Robert. I don't know why that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did pop back, and then you were gone again.
Any better?
Yeah, got you back. Will is back in Carcosa once again. Carcosa.
Yeah.
I reconnected.
Yeah,
my camera was frozen, and now it's not.
Yeah.
Try it again.
The king in yellow wants his servant back.
Exactly. I'll hit reconnect on my side. Maybe that'll... I got everyone other than Will. Will is claimed by the Yellow King.
Same.
Yeah, I got John and you. I don't have Robert, actually.
Stupid roll 20.
Come on, Grandpa. Yeah, this has been the day of technical difficulty.
Okay, so the moving into the actual Sentry Woods themselves, it'll be difficult terrain, and it provides partial cover. Flight is impossible for medium or larger creatures, as the interwoven branches leave little room to maneuver in the air, and any creature who takes the dash action becomes poisoned until their next rest, as the foliage's thorns now drip with rot and plague-laced slime.
Oof. Okay,
Somewhere in there is... And let's to refresh our memory. That's weird. I still don't see you, Will. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, I'm restarting Roll20.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'll wait for Will to get back, and I'll show you guys that map once again, or the layout that Magda gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Roll20. Come on.
Totally agree, Mark. That's he said there's one of the neat things with Age of Sigmar, always room for variety and surprises. Totally agree. There's a new supplement out called Ruins of the Mortal Realms that this was supposed to be kind of in support of, and it's similar things. It's all these really inventive locations that just take advantage of the wild magical nature of the setting. Very cool stuff. I got a spinning wheel from Will right now. What do you guys see?
I see Carcosa.
Carcosa.
I'm failing my insanity save.
Oh, dude, I lost that a long time ago.
Your guys' cameras, but I can see that you're all muted, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's odd. Well, maybe it'll sort itself out in a minute here.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what you can see. Or no, you can see. This is the map that you guys had. So you guys are currently at the Sentry Woods. You could go in search of Adagrim's camp. You could go to the Gates of First Welcome, which is the main entrance to Karaznethil, or you could go in search of the Stinger Spite hives that used to house the Stinger Spites, which are like metal-infused bee-like creatures.
I think we were pretty set on try to find the camp. Is what we.
That's what I remember from last time.
Yeah.
Give us a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then,
And, if there are survivors, we definitely want to find them. So.
Yeah. And Adagrim is, of course, the Warden King, one of the two kings and one of the two rulers of Karaznethil. So then, why don't we do this, guys? Why don't you tell us how you're going to start looking for them? We'll treat it like an extended
Nox
test.
in particular is going to open his arcane senses. Yes. He's going to use his witch sight to try and take stock of the magical energies in the place and see if he can find any traces of non-poisonous, non-hostile terrain.
Nice. Yeah. Why don't you use
to
your awareness? Now, give me a sec here. Let me figure out what I'm going to set the difficulty. I want to say 5.
Awareness is not that great.
Let's see here.
Well, I got a good mind, so it is actually decent. So.
Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's in chapter 7. All right.
So glad I took that witch sight thing. That was so cool.
Definitely. Yeah. There's so many neat options you get to pick for the characters in it. For those listening at home, we were talking beforehand. It's really, really interesting how I think the game is one of those games where it's a great game to run from the GM side as well too, but from the player side, it seems like there's just something special about it.
Yeah, like this has nothing to do with combat at all. I just thought it was a cool flavor thing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, here we go. Chapter 7. I just wanted to see what the difficulty of how many successes we want. Okay, so difficulty 4. Difficulty 5. Forgive me for you. So whenever you're ready, there, Nox.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. So tell us what you think is we're seeing as you're activating this.
So what he's doing is he knows that he's in a poisonous, treacherous area filled with rot and decay, and he is just seeking out the inherent fire energy of living souls that are healthier, and he's trying to draw himself towards it. So maybe he just sees poisonous kind of clouds in his vision of magic, and then like little stars sparkling in the distance, he can start drawing beads on them.
Awesome. So because Nox made the roll,
I think they're that way.
Nox made the roll. Why don't we have Leisha and Jirak each give us a D6 roll? Because the random encounter tables in this game are awesome.
Wait a minute, what did that do that? R.
We come across a beautiful oasis where nothing is dangerous and it heals all your wounds.
Yeah.
Oh no, the solar energy is coming from the water. Stay away from the water.
You guys are making your way through here, carefully avoiding, I think, like the first, torn bit of clothing as you brush up against one of the metal-infused leaves convinces you to be very cautious where you're going. There's got to be instead of that, like, loamy, almost metallic smell you would expect from a forest of Shaman, instead there is this pungent sickness. There's a stink of pus and rotting flesh and corruption that just permeates in here. And not to the point where this isn't like sticking your head in a plate of, rotten meat. It's that, where's that coming from? smell that just lingers and stays in your nose and makes you think that it's there for several, hours. It's about an hour and a half of travel through this, Nox, following your lead. When you pass one point that it looks to be, I want you to picture a combination of like West Coast First Nations kind of like totem pole type thing, carved out of wood, but this is the ironbark wood of the region. So it may have been, tools for metalworking or for stonecraft may have been used in this, and it is a towering symbol of what once had a Dwarden on one side, and on the other side a Sylvaneth. So a Kurnoth hunter and a Dwarden warrior, but it has been defiled. It has been broken down, and there are chunks of the ironwood beneath it. Clearly this was a monument to some long-forgotten hero or heroes of Karaznethil, but it has been damaged by these invading forces of the ruinous powers. Who would like to go next with their extended test? And what would you be using?
Let's see.
I'm going to be fairly permissive in this as well, too. So if you've got something neat that you think you'd like to use, and even if nothing else, awareness will always work.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
I think I'm going to make an intuition check.
Okay.
Let's see what that says right there. Ambiance of an environment, feel the tension if something is wrong or out of place. Can give you information beyond what you merely see. Reads people as well as places, hinting at possible deceit. Look for subtle. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
That makes sense if like the camp is kind of hidden from discovery from local beasties.
Oh, what's the target number again? I'm sorry.
5.
It is a 5. Okay, I'm sorry.
Nice roll. Holy smokes.
Wow.
All right, so you guys have 6 successes total. And then would Leisha and Nox each give us a D6 roll?
Yeah. A 1 and a 6.
Okay. So, Durek, tell us what we're seeing as you're navigating your way through here by instinct, trying to add to to Nox following the magic.
It's almost that, the smell of the gold that they have. His other senses of smell are also attuned in different ways. And so he's using that to discern natural versus magic, using that to discern, I guess order and chaos a little bit too, to see if he detects any pain of chaos. Those types of things. That's what he's really doing. And it's really his nose that's actually allowing him to do that.
Okay. So as you are doing so, I want you to picture in your mind the bizarre sound that would come from, when you're in a forest and there is no other sounds and the wind comes through and there's that very subtle creaking of the trees. Imagine what that's like in a metal-infused forest like Karaznethil, or the Century Woods. It would be almost like wind chimes in a kind of way where the leaves would kind of rattle against one another. If there are Shaman-infused coniferous things, imagine what the sound is blowing through a metal pine cone. And it's it's Nitzerev. It sounds like, join in the chant!
Thought of metal on metal.
Oh my god. Now I'm gonna have that song in my head for the rest of the day, which is totally fine by me. So what what you can hear is the wind kind of picks up, and there's a scattering of, almost like bits of cast-off metal scattering across a floor. And there is suddenly, I think, Durek, a moment where you pause. One thing to remember is that the Sentry Woods themselves, because of the connection that the Sylvaneth had with this grove before the Dwarden came and sought refuge here in the Age of Chaos, this was a living thing that was connected to them as well. So you were talking a lot about reading the the instinctive thing. There may be a point when you realize that the forest itself, though inflicted with a sickness, it still knows who its true guests are. So it may actually be helping them in some subtle way, the way it can, while still fighting off the infection of Nurgle. But there's a moment when you hear the wind kind of pick up, and there is an ill wind that shifts, that comes with a different smell, and it feels like maybe 10 degrees Celsius hotter than what the other ones do. And there's a wind picks up, and you can hear that tinkling and scattering, and you know what's about to hit. So I'd like each of you guys to give us I think it's reflexes. Difficulty 4. Yeah.
I hope we only need one success.
Nice. Yep. Only one success you need.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice.
So
I have one die.
Jeez. So what happens is there is, imagine like a late autumn gust of wind that picks up a bunch of leaves and stuff and then carries it forward. But those leaves are metal and razor sharp. So what do you guys do to protect yourselves from this gust of wind that carries these razor sharp?
I definitely sense it coming and dodge behind Leisha and her magic armor.
Nice.
And Leisha, once he does that, she just like turns to present her back to it and then lowers her head so that, well, actually she has the mask, so the mask, she just stands there. She's completely covered head to toe, and she's just like really?
Yeah. Durek?
Yeah.
I think he actually shoots up into the air, kind of dodging.
Remember, there's
as they come through.
If you. This place is so over. Remember that if flyers will.
It's like a canopy.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, he probably. I mean, honestly, he's already low to the ground anyway. He probably ducks and covers.
Let me tell you, sorry, Will. One, because I think you might have been fighting with the resetting when I read it out. So the Sentry Woods, it counts as difficult terrain. It provides partial cover, but flight is impossible for medium or larger sized creatures, as the interwoven branches leave little room to maneuver in the air. Any creature who takes the dash action becomes poisoned until the next rest, as the foliage's thorns now drip with rot and plague-laced slime.
Oh man, somebody got to clean this place up.
I may have used that as a very happy excuse to reread plague-laced slime. So
yeah.
All right. So so what do you think? Do you in light of that?
I think he's, like I said, he's already so low to the ground that he just kind of he ducks and covers. He drops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close, maybe even flat.
So it's the sound of like thin clattering coins that are tattering up against you, and you realize it's not actually leaves that are being picked up. It's petals of some like flower or blossom or something like that go by, all tarnished with the corruption of Nurgle. But it's it would have been like passing through a small shower of razor blades. Nox, you are fully protected from Leisha from this. So then, speaking of Leisha, what would you like to do to try and find King Adagrim's camp?
Well, obviously awareness is, but I was looking at her devotion, and the idea being that, as you kind of pointed out, maybe the forest itself still sort of remembers what it was, and so she's trying to use her devotion to kind of like say it's like, okay, well, see if she can kind of feel where others, even if they aren't there, would have gone or were once, who used to be devoted to getting rid of chaos.
Yeah.
And of course, also calling on Sigmar to help, because that's what devotion is. But her idea is
yeah. Well, I will tell you that while the dwarves.
Sorry, Kev, you're muted. Yeah.
Nope. Can you guys hear me?
He's just delayed.
Okay, you're delayed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were just delayed. Sorry.
So the that's weird. So we got maybe Discord isn't going to be our solution here. Oh, Will's not in the Discord channel right now.
Will's, yeah.
I think he's frozen.
Will's got that 1,000 eye.
No, he's moving on.
He's still there. Yeah.
All right.
There he goes.
Okay. I'll have to listen to it again and see if there's if it is getting through to the stream as well. If there's delays on my side, but in any event, well, what I was going to say is you may be aware that the Sylvaneth, while the dwarves abandoned their gods as the gods abandoned them during the Age of Chaos, the Sylvaneth still venerate the former elvish god Ariel. So the nothing you've heard changes their connection or changes your understanding of what their connection to Ariel may be, even though they're in the plane of Chamon. So that may be a good way to approach this. So why don't you give us a devotion check?
Sure.
Where would the faithful
and target number was 5 or 4?
5.
Okay.
Only because it's like there's so much corruption and whatnot here that it's and the woods itself are so overgrown.
Okay. There we go. Oop, not very good.
But is that focus point can be in? Oh no.
No. It's like there was absolutely no connection.
If she pops a medal, I think you can do outside of combat. You could double your focus and just make it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't use metal outside of combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can use it for talents and whatnot, but not skill checks. Okay.
Yep. No, she's getting nothing.
Well, but I think remember, like while there are the faithful of Ariel here, hopefully there is one god who has a prominent presence here as well that probably does not want you to find these things.
Yes.
Grandfather Nurgle. So perhaps that's the thing, like the depth of corruption here is more pronounced than you expected. Nox and Jurek, would you each give us a d6 roll, please?
Can do.
Okay. And I think I love this. As a reminder of that, as you guys are going along, what you can hear from somewhere off in one direction, not a direction that you've been heading, you can hear cheering and chanting in a blasphemous language from corruption-ridden throats. Somewhere, likely deep in Karaznethil itself, there are demons rallying in an echoing hall. And instead of the sonorous and heartening sound of a Dwarden war song or crafting, ballad, this is something awful and wrong. So this place has been sanctified, but it is in a most unholy way to the ruinous power. So, new pass, guys. Oh, but we should maybe... What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Something... No, I'm not going to... You guys are getting an encounter at the end of each of these passes, so... That is the first thing. You have not found Adagrim's camp yet. So, next pass, what would you guys like to do? I think that if you do the same thing again, I'm going to increase the difficulty by 1. So if you switch up your things, you can still use it. It'll just be a 6 instead of a 5. But what are you guys thinking?
I have something in mind. Because he's already used his witch sight, I think he's gonna try to, because he knows the general direction. He wants to see if he can find a better line towards it.
John, I'm going to give you an option here. Because you guys have spent, we're kind of modeling this extended test. Each pass is probably like a day's journey through this stuff. If you want to take a rest now, you can. We'll roll another encounter, but it will reduce your overall wound level by 1.
Gotcha. Might be. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Rest.
So tell us about how you guys are making camp in this corrupted, shaman-infused wood. Imagine the sparks that fly off of the campfire as that metallic wood, almost like a hammer hitting hot metal.
I think not everything here is corrupted, but it's like the majority of it. Maybe Nox uses his witch sight to try to identify which pieces of the area is still safe to burn or less touched by the taint and poison.
Love it.
Might be a good idea.
Okay. What do you reckon, Leisha? What do you guys do to, although you are, reforged over and over by the God King, Leisha, you still are, able to enjoy food and drink and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah. I think she, as much, I mean, there's a little bit of calculation in her, and I'm kind of adding in some of this stuff after having read over some things, like as they get as they die and get reforged, their humanity starts to disappear a bit, and so it's more it's as much calculation as true emotion, but she's trying to get back to the idea, so she tries to spend time with Nox in direct, just doing the things that normal humans would do, like eating and whatnot, to try to reconnect. Maybe she's not so far gone that they notice yet, but like to herself, she's feeling a disconnection from the mortals.
Well, she has that project at home too, right? Where at Bright Spirit, where she's like trying to piece together memories from her previous lives.
Yes, yeah. So,
and what about Durek?
So she's.
Oh, so she's. Go ahead, Robert. Sorry, I wouldn't.
Oh no! I was saying, so she's basically, possibly trying to trade some campfire stories and just talking and eating. So. Okay.
Jurek.
I think actually one of the biggest things he's doing is he's actually oiling everything. He's trying to keep his armor and his weapons and everything as good as possible. He doesn't want any of this corruption to spread to his metal. He's like, well, if it can spread to that metal, it could spread to this metal.
Yeah.
So let me oil it down, kind of keep everything greased and whatnot. That's really what he's focused on.
Okay. So Durek is keeping at a distance from, or not necessarily like literally, but metaphorically a distance, and maintaining his gear. Nox has managed to pick out some stuff to be able to create a campsite of a kind, and Leisha is making it homey. You're about to toast a marshmallow. The D6s. So who would like to roll the 2 D6s for us for the encounter?
I'll bite the bullet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right. So it is partway through the evening. Why don't you guys, John, give us a D3 roll, please.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jurek, you were on watch. I think that there is. Have we said where you are from? Are you from the plane of Shaman? Somewhere. I don't know if we've ever established one way or the other.
Hold on a second. I thought I was from wherever Barrett Nar is. I thought that's where I was from.
Oh, okay. then
I think that's right.
I think Berknar is that's like the spire in the center of Shaman, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the headquarters. It's the biggest floating city.
Okay. Which case then, yes. So there would be some familiarity with the Shaman infused, foliage around you. So I'm not sure how much time you spent out among the sort of the wild here, but it definitely would be familiar to you, even if there are plants built or plants installed and whatnot around the home. It would be that kind of thing. The coppery, smell, the sheen, the sound of the way it moves against leaf against leaf, and there is something partway through the evening when you were on watch, and you can hear. Imagine there's when people are sick, they have that kind of that gurgling quality sometimes to their voice where it kind of. I want you to picture what a plague-infested bagpipe might sound like, because that's what you're hearing carried through the woods. That seems to start up. It is not, however your feelings on bagpipes may be. This is not a reassuring or relaxing sound of the least. It is a horrible affliction to sound, in the same way that the ill humors that hang in the air here can infect the flesh. It is black out at this point, but someone is performing some kind of blasphemous recital not far away. You can give us an awareness check at a 4 if you'd like. See if you can judge how far away it is. And it's not so loud that it wakes up your companions. Definitely. All right, so you can tell it's probably about a quarter mile off. So not far away, but if you listen with 2 successes, you can tell that it isn't closing in on you.
It is not. Okay.
The same way that you heard that chanting from, earlier yesterday or during the day. It sounds like that. It's much closer than what that chanting was, but it does not sound like it's approaching. It sounds like whatever the sound is, it's at a static location.
I don't think I'm going to disturb anybody about that, because it's not worth traipsing off 2 football fields and not being able to fly. I don't think it's worth it. I'll just stay right here.
Okay. Would you give us a fortitude check, but using soul instead of body?
Oh, man.
Against a difficulty of 2.
That's good difficulty.
Nice. So
that's
you
the
can
only success I could have gotten.
You can imagine how disquieting this sound is, right? And sitting in the blackness with effectively 2 strangers, the concern of the growing creep of corruption through this metal, and this horrible sound carrying in through the darkness. In spite of that, you keep your mettle. And before the next, whether you are the next, the last on watch, or whether someone succeeds you, that sound ends before the next person needs to rise. Do you tell the next person on watch, or when you wake up in the morning, or do you not mention?
I'll probably tell whoever's coming on watch, hey, I heard something from this direction, but it's a ways off. It wasn't approaching. I think we're fine.
Okay. Morning comes. Nox, you recover 1 of your wound steps.
Alrighty. Say bye-bye to a minor wound.
Nice. And then, what would you guys like to do? Let me double check how you guys get Soulfire back to. So, let's see. And then think how you would like to continue the search for King Adagram's camp.
I think that what she's probably slowing us down is having to move around in like this maze of briars and whatnot, and it's a lot of double backing and finding another path. So I was thinking we could use a bit of survival to better navigate ourselves.
Yep, I buy that.
Yeah, what's your mind, John?
4.
Yeah, do it.
Yep.
Oh, and
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not like trained in survival, but my mind gives me the 4 dice. So.
Hell yeah. Yep. And there's no penalty for untrained in Soulbound. So, Durek, what I was going to say is remember to turn your fortitude back to body as well, because that'll be the default.
Already did. Yep, I did that, Kevin.
Awesome. No problem. Okay, so then go ahead, Nox.
Target of 5.
Nice. All right.
I just feel George's inspiration and Nox, the corruption and the darkness around him is slowly seeping in, and he's finding himself easier to navigate around.
Would you give us a let's see, Leisha and Jurek each give us a D6 roll, please. See what you find on your way.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so as you're making your way along, let me grab my thing here. You can hear Nox, I think, because you were the one who is sort of taking the lead here. There is a howl of some kind of predator out there. And let me find what I want here. Yeah. And there is a response to it from somewhere else, and it has imagine like what a wolf's howl would be like combined with like a ill-tuned trumpet. So it's got that kind of brassy, call to it. It isn't as resonant as what the wolf's howl is, but much more present. Something is approaching, and there is, I think, probably, I don't know, which of you guys do you think has the most keenly tuned ear for music or sound?
Music or sound? Let's see.
I see Nox as more of like attuned with his eyes and like more supernatural senses than sound.
Yeah,
but he's not a slouch on that either. So
yeah, I don't think Leisha would be. Just again because of kind of the nature of slowly moving away from from her humanity. So.
Well, yeah, you use a chainsaw all the time, Durak. You're gonna have tinnitus.
Oh, think about the explosives I love, baby.
Yeah.
There's no OSHA standards here.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think it is Nox that, in addition to it just having a distinctive, a distinctive quality of metal to the sound, there's something distinctly off about it. That seems to be close by. You hear it once again as it gets closer. And I think from about... You'll have sufficient warning for you to realize something is closing in on you. It seems that something has found your scent. And let me just get it set up here. I don't have a metal...
we know that in advance. Maybe we could set up an ambush for it. Because, nothing screams ambush like a fireball as soon as you show your face.
Okay, let's see. Because it is difficult terrain... Oh, it does grant cover, though. Let's see here. What does cover give you again?
Possibly a temporary, a premature explosion.
Partial cover. If at least half your body is covered by an obstacle, your defense increases by 1 step for range attacks. And you have advantage on opposed tests to be detected. So you could hide.
Oh.
Advantage increases. Yeah. So what do you guys think? This thing does seem to be running up towards you. Do you want to try and hide, or do you want to prepare yourself for a fight?
I'm
feeling scrappy. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think that would work. But if you guys like it, maybe a combination where it doesn't. I don't know if there's the mechanics in the game to handle it, but like if Alicia was standing up front, Nox maybe hiding, but I don't know.
Yeah, Nox hiding is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nox, why don't you give us a stealth check, please? Difficulty.
Body stealth. Okay.
Let's see here. Difficulty will be.
I can't hide. I glow brightly.
Difficulty will be 4.
Nice.
Or no, it'll be 3. 3
well,
because you got advantage.
Okay. I do only have 1 die I'm rolling, so here goes.
You got it. You got it.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay.
That's all you need. All right. So Nox goes and hides in the thicket of summer, and
you hear mumbling under his breath, "This little light of mine, I shall hide its shine." He's done.
All right. Here we go. Then, guys, here we go. Let me get to.
Alicia's standing, Ghetto, with the sword up, ready to swing. Oh yeah, good.
I've got the
So this
launcher ready for whatever it is.
But in place of the spines that are sticking out, imagine those are
like it could just be a bear.
Those are jagged bits of metal. There is
just a bear.
Very completely covered in verdigris or verdigris. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Copper. So there's discolored copper all across. There's the jagged little stuffs of metal, and then its teeth itself are like corroded iron, black pitted iron, as it howls that same brassy tone. It is 2 zones away from you at the start of combat. Nox, you are hidden, and you were up first. What would you like to do? Unless you want Durek to go first. Or unless Durek wants to go first.
If I take an action, will that make me visible?
Unless it's to continue hiding, then probably, yeah. Your magic is many things. Subtle is not one of them.
I will allow Durek to go first if he likes, because he's got some ranged abilities.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I've got the drill launcher out. I see that thing. Oh, hell no.
Okay.
And I unleash.
So it is 2 zones away right now. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and fire at it. 2 zones is I've got it out for long range, so I should be good.
Okay. What weapon are you using?
The drill launcher.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big gun.
The big boom.
Yep. What target number, Kevin?
Okay, so target number is going to be 4 because of the.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Can you get 3 successes?
I don't think
He can, yes. The focus point will turn a 3 into a 4.
There you go.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, so that is 3 successes. So it's 5 points of damage, and it is. The blast won't affect it, but yeah. What does it look like? So that is 5 points of damage. Tell us what it looks like as you fire this thing into this thing.
I mean, he's got that drill launcher, and I mean, it is kind of that classic, that triangular bit. you know, that you think of when you think of drill. And he just fires that thing, and it actually has its own rotation to it. And it just hits him and just right into his body, and then bam!
There are bits of sickening, discolored metallic pus and chunks of metal-infused thing, and almost shrapnel from where those strange growths are. And this wolf just screams in pain. You still have metal and a move.
Let's see. Since I've got, what is that talent I've got? Quick reload. So I can actually go ahead and fire the second one.
Sure.
At it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I can do it, man, just lay as much pain on it first round as you can.
You got it. Nice. You able to get? Yep, one more.
3.
So that's
Yep, I've got a 3. So
5 more damage. Yep. Look at that. Okay, 2 huge hits on this thing. All right, that's your metal. Do you want to move?
I don't. I mean, because it's not going to increase my defense or anything. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm good where I am, especially since I can't fly.
Yeah. Nox, what are you doing?
He's not the most nimble.
Alrighty, now that the Durak has its attention, there's no reason to stay hidden. But I'm going to pull on the ether and try to cast Inferno Blades on all of us. Give us some fire.
Okay.
Burn this corruption out. I need 3 successes. I got to roll a 5. Let's see. Focus points will net me 4 successes.
Okay. So that
and
is.
We'll dump the extra successes into rounds. So 4 rounds of burning blades.
Okay. Sorry, how many rounds?
I get 1 round.
And then.
Oh no, sorry. I need 3 successes to make it. So 2 rounds then.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in the block of text there. So what?
The target number that I need to hit is like, I need 3 successes, and then on top of that.
All right. So with that gesture, your weapons all blaze with fire. Do you want to spend that metal as well?
I think so. I did have a question though. There's a help action where I can add a dice pool to an ally for the next test they make.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of helping Alicia if she does something that requires her, but I'm trying to, like, if I can make a distraction if the next test she makes is an attack, to like get distracted enough to give her plus d6 to her roll. I'm just
yeah. What are you thinking? Like, how would you?
I'm thinking of using my magic to like cause one of the pustules or something to erupt next to it, but not actually damage it, but just distract it enough to cause it to flinch.
Yep.
So I think I'll.
What's your training in weapon skill? Do you have any?
I do not believe I do, but that just means she only gets a d6 instead of more.
Yeah, exactly. No, that works. You'll have plus 1 d6 then. Cool. Okay, so then, Leisha, this thing is 2 zones away from you right now. What are you doing?
So I think she moves next to it, then probably, which would bring it to what do you call it? Short chose or adjacent?
Remember, if you dash, so if you move 2 zones, or because you can only move 1 zone per move. If you move 2, you're going to get the poison condition from the slime-crusted thorns.
Yeah. And that's automatic. That's no save.
Yeah.
So I think she moves 1 forward.
Okay.
She calls on Sigmar with the Shield of Faith and basically chooses Durek.
Okay. Would you mind clicking on that?
Sure.
Yeah, just I medium range. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Durek, your defense is increased by 1 step. So you have now a good defense.
Yeah. And
so 2 metal. What are you thinking?
Yeah. The problem is, if she moves again, it counts as the dash, right, or as the run.
Yeah, you become poisoned.
So, how do you get rid of the poison condition?
It's only until the start of your next turn.
Spend 10 drops.
Spend 10 drops.
Wait. Yeah, poison is actually longer for that particular effect.
Yeah.
I think it's until you complete a rest. So it'll be -1 dice.
Okay.
Until your next rest, yeah.
No, she's going to go ahead and go the next one, spending a medal.
Okay.
So she's going to take the poison condition.
Yep.
Can she then...
There's a charge action. That'll make up for your minus dice.
Yeah, let's do the charge then. Yeah, good point.
Does decrease your defense by 1 step.
That's all right.
That's right? Okay.
Yep.
So you'll be a net +1 dice. 1 for me, -1 from poison, +1 for charge.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And so... And target number is...
Target numbering is
5?
this thing is going to be a 4, actually. This thing's easier to
Okay.
hit.
And I have a melee bonus of 1.
Okay.
1 extra die.
Yeah. Nice.
5 successes.
And you get extra fire damage on it too.
Okay.
Focus.
It is 4. So she basically charges through, she feels the poison, but ignores it for the moment.
Yeah.
So +1 damage, weapon is considered magical, and if you hit, they're caught on fire.
Okay, so that is
Nice.
7 damage total with everything in. Then...
And Kev, you were right, that the spell ignores armor, it says it, and Inferno Blades does that. So
Infernal Blades...
it says they save 1 point of damage at the start of the turn, which ignores armor.
Oh, it's that which ignores armor. Okay, yeah, not the attack itself. So that's a huge hit on this thing.
Yep.
All right, Leisha. Then it is this. All right.
Burn, baby, burn.
Then Metal Wolf gets to go. Will, my what Metal Wolf is the name of my Danzig cover band in high school. And this thing rears back, and it will try and dive into you, Leisha. Your defense is currently a good. Its attack is a great. I need a 3 to hit you. So let's get this thing out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 7 points of damage from its claws and fangs going in. Your 3 armor does protect you.
Yep. So 4.
And because this thing is a champion, I have 1 point of metal, which I will spend to attack again. So, once again, I need a 3. That is 1, 2, 3. Oh, God, not great. Only 3, so it is 4 points of damage. You take 1, so I think that's a net of, well, whatever it is. Okay.
Yep, that's a net of 1.
Okay, so...
Sorry, 3 and 1, so 4.
Okay. So this thing is battering away at you and trying to get through. There's that horrible sound of metal on metal as its claws and its teeth rake up against your Sigmarite armor. And does it have anything else?
Would the being on fire affect at the beginning of its turn?
Oh, yeah, it would be a start of its turn. So, go. All right.
Cool.
And
it can get rid of it by spending an action to extinguish the flames if it
this thing is maddened and sick. So, all right. Then it is Durek's turn. Were you on Durek?
Well, first I'm going to get my point of metal back.
Yeah.
All right. So, I reckon he's going to probably move one zone closer.
Okay.
And that'll put him at medium range. So he's going to use his rivet gun.
Okay.
And fire.
Which is now blazing with fire as well.
And you said target numbers were 4.
Yeah. Well, and for you, remember it's relative, so it's different for each of you guys. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Yep. It'll be 4. Nice shot. Holy smokes. Can you get the extra one?
4, my focus, yeah.
Just
if he
5.
spins the metal, he can get it. Yeah.
Oh, it is spread, though.
Yeah, he's going to take half damage. But I think his armor will protect him.
Her.
Yeah. Her, I'm sorry, God.
4, so it's 5 points of damage. So it'll be 2, Alicia's Sigmarite armor, the overspray. But look at this, though. 5, and then plus 1 from the fire. So that's 6 points of damage.
Yes, he does have flaming.
Yeah. Look at this. Okay. So,
there you go.
And you got 1 medal. You want to...
Now I got 1 medal. I might as well do it again.
Spray and pay.
Okay.
Kevin's like, I should have sent 2 wolves at him. Damn it.
Like a freaking gunslinger.
Yeah, it's like flies are a big problem. Apparently, a metal death wolf is.
There you go.
Oh, he nailed that. 4 successes again.
Nice. All right, so then that isn't sufficient to bring this thing down. So, however, all your weapons that you use, Durek, are quite loud.
Yeah.
You see now coming. Help us, Undo. Oh, you killed it. Let's go. They're coming.
Okay. So it is. So what happens afterward? Immediately afterwards, Leisha, you will have 10 minutes to get your toughness back, so you can fill that back up again. You didn't take any lasting injury from it. Looking at this thing, Leisha, like they're likely at one point was you can still kind of see the primal kind of nobility that would have been in this creature before the corruption set in, but there is just something off about this. There's a corrosion and corruption that has infested this thing.
She shakes her head a bit and says, I think we need to move on. That noise will probably attract others.
Yeah. While Alicia's, taking a breather to get her toughness back, I think Nox will study this thing to see if there's any like usable parts or anything of value on it.
Sure. Yeah. Why don't you give us?
He's fascinated by the whole thing. Like he's finding this curiosity about this tainted place and how life manages to find a way.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking here? Crafting? Yeah, would it be crafting?
Medicine or crafting or something like that?
Crafting, I think, because it's...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my target.
And difficulty will be I think a 5, because this thing is uniquely infested here. Interesting. Okay. So... I think
the corruption calls to me.
Yeah. What? Actually, the source book for the Chaos Heroes of Chaos is coming out soon for Soulbound. Just it has taken time for them to work on it.
Yeah, this is where his individual goal is coming in to seek out ambitions of power. So. Whatever he can get his fingers on. You know what I'm going to do? I don't have it in front of me right now, and we're so close to the end, but I'm going to give you 2 motes of something. There is some kind of, shame on... It's from the Artifacts of Power, or Relics of Power, whatever it's called, the source book for thing. There's there's Realm Stone that is infused with the feeling of the thing, and there's also other things. So I'm going to give you something in that vein of shame on that you're able to pull out of there uncorrupted from this thing. Like maybe a pristine steel fang or something like that. But I'll figure out what that is between now and next session. Well, I'll put a note in my sheet about it.
Yeah, to remind me. And then what the rest of you guys, anything you are doing while Nox is studying the fallen remains of this thing? How many of those explosive drill bits do you have left, Durek?
That was it, man. I'm cashed out.
Okay.
I got 1 grenade left, but...
How do you recharge those between adventures?
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the grenades, but I know it takes... what is it? What do they call downtime in this?
Endeavors?
Yeah, endeavors. I have to do an endeavor to make another head. So, I got to spend a week making one. And then I think I'm going to have materials, too. But I don't think it's
You can
complex.
try to just scavenge what you've shot out, but who knows what that'll work.
Okay, I'm trying to find...
Where does it say?
something I had loaded here, guys. Oh. Yes, okay. So, which of you has the highest passive awareness?
Probably me.
Passive awareness
I've got a total of 5 between mind and training.
It should be on. Maybe call something different. Maybe like natural awareness or something like that, or I can't remember.
Oh, that's not filled out. It's all zeros.
I've got 2.
You got 2.
Yeah.
Your natural
it's the skills.
Natural awareness is half of your total dice pool. Round it down.
Yeah.
Oh, so 2 as well.
Okay, so mine's 1.
Okay. So then it is maybe because Nox was focused on that Jirek, you can feel there's just a moment like you as Nox is pulling whatever out of this creature, you can just have a feeling that suddenly, you know, you're not alone. You are being watched.
Okay.
What do you do?
All right, guys, we need to move. We need to get out of here. Can I tell what direction it is, Kevin?
That you're being watched from?
Can I peer in? Yeah, can I peer into the woods so
sure.
I can see it?
Yeah, give us an awareness check, please. Difficulty on this would be a 4.
Okay, let me change something real quick.
Okay.
I had to change my defense back.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
the characters are pretty good. Like they're not pretty, but I think they're very functional. Nice. So you're surveying the woods, and then you manage to actually spy something in there. It's very hard to see the humanoid form, but looking for somewhere in there is one of the Sylvaneth. It does not look like it is affected by corruption. So you kind of lock eyes with it. And as a reminder, the Sylvaneth are allied with the Dwarden in Karaznethil.
Yeah.
They have a bow that seems to have been grown from their own flesh, and it looks at you, and it's kind of like, I don't think it knows that you've spotted it yet.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Oh, I think he actually takes he flips his mask up, and what would be the best thing to say? What's the calmest thing you can think of saying?
Parlay.
Hello there. I'm here, my young friend.
So if you do to say,
stay a while and listen.
If you gesture towards it in a friendly way, I think what you see is it, you hear the creaking of its wooden body. It looks over, and then there are suddenly a bunch. Alicia and Nox, you don't notice this until suddenly these things are moving out of the woods. And as they get closer, you realize, T-Rex, that, God, there's the Warden among them as well. It's a group of about 6, and 4 of them are Sylvaneth, but 2 of them are Dwarden, who are dressed in a very earthy kind of way. And then, surprisingly, too, the Sylvaneth says in Kazalid, in the Dwarven tongue, to you, Durek, who sent you?
Who did send us?
Grugnir.
Really,
Grugnir.
That's what I was going to say. The God sent us is really probably what's going to come out of his mouth.
And you saying that, there's a bit of a like, whoa, kind of looking around. And they say, come with us. We will take you to Adagrim.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Let's do that.
All
I don't
right.
think these guys are going to try and mutilate us.
Hopefully not.
So
And Nox is pulling out the very last essence of the motes, and he's like, oh, let's go.
Hey, and very quickly, you guys disappear into the Sentry Woods, being brought back to King Adagrim's camp. And that is where we're bringing our session to a close, guys. So you get, what have we been awarding? Is it 1 XP per session or 2 XP? I can't remember.
Roughly, I think it's been 1.
And
we got 2 last time because we completed a major
yes. Or a goal of some sort.
Yeah. You know what? And this, you were trying to find Adagrim's camp as one of your goals too, right?
That is correct, yes.
Why don't you get 2? Why don't you take 2?
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think we'll also give
I
you
can start working on this.
1, if you increase your soul fire by 1. You're achieving goals towards it. I can't remember how you get soul fire back, but let's give you a 2.
It's usually it's achieving goals.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
Or it's the GM's discretion. Otherwise, it's like a reward for reaching stuff.
Cool. Okay, then
campaign stuff.
Yeah, so you guys will be having an audience with the king, one of the 2 kings of Karaznethil, in 2 weeks' time. So you get your XP. And for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 5 of the Iron Groves of Karaznethil. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the adventure we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Again, we are making use of the Ruins of Karaznethil PDF for this. So this is the random tables and whatnot we're making use of is all stuff drawn from that. How did that feel on the player side too? Did that feel like you were getting more of a sense of the flavor for the place?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure. Awesome. Because I love that part of the game in general does that for every single one of these things, where there's these awesome like blocks that are like 6x6, and it gives you such cool atmospheric things in it. I just love it.
I was just trying to immerse myself in the whole setting there to get a feel for it, because I really like the setting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. There is let's see here. There is also a link in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to the Warhammer games that we run on the channel, to most of the campaigns, most of the games, as well as things like GM discussion and assorted games, virtual tabletops chat. There's a really knowledgeable and friendly and a fun game. There's a group that is putting together a OSE campaign right now over there. So if you are looking to play in some games, there are some cool people putting together a group to play. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, there is a discount code listed in this description of this video, but it has expired and I don't have the new one yet. But if you listen to one of our more recent videos after this time, I should have that hopefully the first full week of October. So I'll have that for you. If you go to one of our more recent videos, you'll find that discount code listed there. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, an incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in a bunch of different locations. You can learn all about that by following that link, and any donations through that link go directly to them, and none of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. There's also a small way of saying thank you that we offer, which is if you've donated $25 or more since the start of the year, head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. Again, there's a link down below, and you'll be able to cast your vote for the next of our mashup sessions. We have been running in the second half of the year a series of mashup charity sessions, taking modules that are classics or viewed as such, and running them with games they're not intended to be played with. We have done an expedition to the Barrier Peaks using Acton Cthulhu 2D20, and we have played a session inspired by the Masks of Nyarlathotep with Lex Arcana. Next up is the Great Pendragon campaign, and we will be playing, it looks like right now, the leading contender is the Fallout role-playing game. So a Fallout game session inspired by the Great Pendragon campaign. We'll have 2 more afterwards, and I have spoiled it yesterday, but the next one up will be the classic Pathfinder 1st Edition Rise of the Rune Lords adventure. And then for December, we've got something special planned. That is something I have brought to the table a number of times, but have yet to successfully get an ongoing campaign with. But we'll deal with that in December. Until then, If you have donated $25 or more, you get to vote on all different aspects of those charity mashups. So feel free to head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel and cast your vote there. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart Soulbound heroes. So Robert, John, and Will, thank you so much for playing today, guys. That was a lot of fun. Congratulations on locating King Adagrim. It only took you a handful of nasty critters and potential poison in order to get there, but you did it in the long run. One thing I think to consider is if you do have time to meet with them, you may have time for an endeavor. So if there is something that you are looking to do or would like to do, take a look at the endeavor rules. You may have time to do so before you take steps to try and get into Karaznethil itself. But in any event, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our soulbound heroes are encountering in the Century Woods and on their way to Karaznethil. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.